COVID cases continue to climb in the midst of the virus's latest mutation. Many of us are left wondering, are past vaccines still effective? Plus, we're keeping an eye on a weather alert day for Saturday. Dana Fulton tells us what to expect. And the January 6th committee holds another primetime hearing. We'll share a preview of what tonight's focus will be. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Eric is off tonight. We're continuing coverage of news from the White House after President Biden tested positive for COVID-19 this morning. He posted a video message to Twitter a few hours ago saying he's doing fine.
Hey, folks, guess you heard this morning I tested positive for COVID. But I've been double vaccinated, double boosted. Symptoms are mild, and I really appreciate your inquiries and your concerns. But I'm doing well. I'm getting a lot of work done. I'm going to continue to get it done. And in the meantime, thanks for your concern, and keep the faith. It's going to be okay.
The president plans to isolate and will continue to carry out all of his duties from his residence, including planned meetings via telephone or Zoom until he tests negative. The White House said President Biden has begun taking Paxlovid to reduce the severity of his symptoms.
Because the president is fully vaccinated, double boosted, his risk of serious illness is dramatically lower. He's also getting treated with a very powerful antiviral, and that further reduces his risk.
The president recently returned from the Middle East and was in Massachusetts yesterday, where he came into contact with several members of Congress. As the latest wave of COVID causes a surge of infections across the country, more people are catching it for the second or even third time. Researchers blame a mix of factors for that jump, including waning immunity and mutations that have caused this variant to sneak past the body's defenses. The CDC says the U.S. is averaging 120,000 cases a day, but with many people testing at home, that number is likely much higher. So the president has COVID. About 1,600 people a day in Wisconsin are getting sick with it too, even with 2/3 of the state fully vaccinated. And that's leading you and many of us to ask, are the vaccines still effective? Our Catherine Merck spoke with an expert about some of the science behind the vaccines that are available and shares what doctors are recommending now. Catherine?
It's a good question, and from what I gathered today, the answer is yes. Vaccines still work, and doctors want you to get one or get boosted. The CDC says the BA.5 variant accounts for most of all of the new cases in the country right now. I spoke with an infectious disease expert who told me they've known about COVID mutations for some time now. Even though BA.5 is infecting fully vaccinated people, being up to date on your vaccines still reduces your risk of getting very sick or having to go to the hospital.
They're not rendered useless yet against protecting people against severe disease and death. But when the virus keeps evolving, an update to the vaccine is going to eventually be needed.
Government advisors voted last month that it's time to tweak booster doses to better target the most recent mutations. The local expert I spoke with says we'll likely see some of these vaccine adjustments to the new variants that could develop sometime this fall and winter.
Catherine, thank you. COVID-19 infections are rising in the U.S., including here in Wisconsin. Over the past 2 weeks, 181 new cases were confirmed in Dane County, and 293 cases were reported for every 100,000 people in the area. Health officials say 65 people are currently hospitalized with COVID. Statewide, more than 1,600 COVID cases have been confirmed over the past 7 days. 2 deaths have also been reported, and 472 people were hospitalized in the last week. Let's get a check on the weather now. An alert day is in the forecast for Saturday. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is on the weather patio with the details. Dana?
We have added an alert day to the forecast for Saturday, for the first day of the weekend. Right now it's still sunny and warm outside, but things are going to change up a little bit as we look ahead to Saturday. 88 currently with sunshine. Heat index readings near 90. We're at 90 degrees in Janesville, 86 currently for Monroe, and about 89 in Lone Rock. Our breeze has backed off quite a bit today, thankfully, coming in from the northwest still about 8 to 15 miles per hour. It's also brought in a few light showers, a few thunderstorms, mainly northeast of Dane County, but we did see a quick shower pop up south of Janesville, close to the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Overnight lows dropping to the low 60s with a mostly clear sky, mild temperatures to start off the day tomorrow. And then an alert day in the forecast for Saturday. Scattered thunderstorms expected to develop in the late afternoon and evening. Most of the day will stay dry, but late Saturday, you'll definitely want to make sure you have a way to get weather alerts either through your phone or having a weather radio nearby. We'll take a closer look at the timing of these storms in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. The January 6th committee is holding another primetime hearing tonight. It will focus on what former President Donald Trump was doing as rioters violently stormed the Capitol and how law enforcement eventually turned the tide. Natalie Brand has a preview.
Ahead of tonight's hearing, Select Committee member Adam Kinzinger tweeted a preview, video depositions of White House staffers who were with former President Trump on January 6th.
He was always in the dining room. It's my understanding he was watching television.
Was the violence of Capitol visible on the screen on television? Yes.
The panel's 8th hearing will focus on what the former president did and did not do during the first hours of the U.S. Capitol assault before he later posted this tweet calling off his supporters.
So go home. We love you. You're very special.
The fact that nothing happened and that it took so long for him to act is incredibly puzzling and distressing.
CBS News has confirmed the star witnesses are expected to be former Deputy White House Press Secretary Sarah Matthews and former Deputy National Security Advisor Matthew Pottinger. The committee is expected to detail the efforts by the former president's inner circle to try and convince him to take action during the assault, as well as the fallout later that evening and into the next day. The Washington Post reports that fallout could include outtakes from this video released by the former president on January 7th.
My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power.
The committee says tonight's hearing is likely not the last one. There's a potential for more, especially around the release of their report expected later this year. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Tonight's hearing is expected to last about 2 hours. CBS News live coverage of the hearing begins at 7 p.m. right here on News 3 Now. Officers held a funeral procession today in honor of Janesville Police K-9 Fred, who recently passed away. On Tuesday, K-9 Fred died surrounded by officers and his family, Sergeant Drew Severson and his wife Emily. He had been suffering from melanoma for the last several years, but continued to serve on the department. K-9 Fred joined the department in November of 2015 and was responsible for a multitude of apprehensions and drug seizures. Madison's mayor announced a move to increase leverage for Madison's purchasing power toward carbon emissions reduction while increasing participation from local businesses. It's all part of a citywide request for information, also called an RFI. Under the plan, the mayor says she wants the city to reduce carbon emissions for city operations, invest in BIPOC and women-owned businesses, along with supporting local Madison-based enterprises. At a press briefing this morning, the mayor shared what she plans to happen over the course of the next few years.
The city expects to spend up to $1.5 billion on private enterprises for goods and services between 2022 and 2025.
The mayor said the city spends around $500 million annually with external vendors on goods and services. Well, county fairs, of course, should be all about food, family, and fun. Dane County's intends to be opening this morning for the weekend. But after a big fight at the Dane County Fair last year, organizers and police aren't taking any chances. They're taking extra steps this year. Our Tahalil Moeddin is live at the Alliant Energy Center to explain. Tahalil?
Susan, it's day one of the fair for us, but for organizers, this has been months and months in the making, even when it comes to security. If you come by, you'll notice some changes. Metal detectors, limits to how late you can arrive, and requiring all kids under 18 to be with a parent or guardian after 4 p.m. Last year, on the fair's second night, a large fight involving young adults broke out and led to a sheriff's deputy getting hit in the face. Fair President Richard Schraub hates to see things like that happen. and hates to have to put preventative measures like these in place.
Bittersweet in many respects, because we have some people here in the community that are spoiling it for the greater community who could enjoy that. In the long run, it may affect the gate that we have here at the carnival, and that affects the fair, and that affects our ability to put on a fair.
Fair leaders are working with the Dane County Sheriff's Office to provide more security at the gates and on the grounds. And tonight at 6, we'll talk with the sheriff as well as a family who was here earlier to see how they feel about bringing kids to the grounds. Live at the Align Energy Center, Tahideen Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
We will see you at 6, Talil. Thank you. Madison Magazine has officially released its annual Best of Madison Award, celebrating the people, places, and things that make our area something special. Here are just a few of the winners. Nearly 500 gold, silver, and bronze winners were announced today in a variety of categories. In addition to that, Madison Magazine's editors selected 15 Editors' Picks Awards, which will be announced tomorrow. Congratulations to all of this year's winners. To see the full list, look for the story on our homepage on channel3000.com. Dana has the latest on a weekend alert day coming up next at 5. Plus, heat waves continue to plague dozens of communities across the country. And coming up at 6, a story you'll only see here on News 3, why a hamburger stand in Jefferson County is receiving national recognition. Mark Kane has that story tonight at 6. Wall Street keeps its rally alive for another day as investors continue to buy beaten down stocks. The Dow gained 162, the Nasdaq was up 162, and the S&P 500 closed up 39. We'll be right back.
Black Friday mattress deals in July have been extended at Ashley. Save big on brands like Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Beautyrest, Serta, and more. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Chime Queen bed in a box. Plus 5 years special financing with only sales tax and delivery due at checkout. Only at Ashley.
There are so many things we take for granted. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco. Get up and go!
You heard the jingle man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go!
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Black Friday deals in July have been extended at Ashley. It's your last chance to save up to 60% off doorbusters. Plus 60-month special financing, no minimum purchase, and no money down on in-stock items. Don't miss the best Black Friday deals. Only at Ashley.
For kids who need it the most, local restaurants are partnering with the Madison Reading Project. We share the unique way they support the community. Then, no more fight night. We speak with officials about preventing violent acts on the Dane County Fairgrounds tonight at 6.
The
Madison All-City Championship Swim and Dive Meet celebrates 60 years of competition July 28th through the 30th. Come out and cheer on the teams in the largest outdoor swim meet in the nation. Learn more at swim.ridgewoodallcity.com. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The head of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration says there's good news in the baby formula shortage. Commissioner Robert Califf says formula production is now exceeding consumer demand. That news came in his testimony before a Senate subcommittee Wednesday. He said even though there is now a robust pipeline of formula coming in, the shortages will continue to take some time to fix. It's unclear when the shortages will be fully resolved. Despite that news, though, many families are still struggling to find baby formula. A new survey says in-store supply is at its lowest level since the shortage began earlier this year. To counter the shortage, the Biden administration launched Operation Fly Formula, which by the end of this week will have delivered 61 million 8-ounce bottles of formula since May. Research from IRI shows more than 21% of all formula products and 31% of powdered formula is still out of stock.
As of today, we domestically see more product, more baby formula being produced than we saw several months ago.
In the last 2 months, I don't feel like anything has changed. I think we need to recognize this as a hunger crisis.
And adding to the supply problem, the Abbott formula plant had to close because of flooding, which backed up production even more. It reopened July 1st, but there are still delays to store shelves. Dangerous heat is plaguing more than 85% of the country right now, with many areas expected to hit 90 degrees or higher. The hazards are now expanding across the Northeast, with droughts worsening in the South and here in the Midwest. Mike Valerio has the latest.
More than 100 million Americans are now under heat alerts from parts of the West to New England, a suffocating cocoon that experts say will become more common because of climate change. The message in Tulsa:
one of the big things that we want people to know is that heat is the #1 weather-related cause of death in the United States each year.
Philadelphia declared a heat health emergency for Thursday, with special field teams visiting homes, checking to make sure everybody's okay. In Texas, the Austin area reached at least 100 degrees for 38 out of the past 44 days.
You know, summers can be hot in Texas, but this is unlike anything that I've seen.
Temperatures over 90 are expected in New York City, Philly, and Boston through the weekend, if not longer. A heat emergency is now in effect for Washington, D.C.
It's a hot day, and it's a good time to come in the water.
Meantime, while the West is already parched, drought conditions worsened across the South and Midwest. Arkansas went from less than 1% to more than a quarter of the state in severe drought. In Missouri, it's up from 2% to more than a third in severe drought as flash drought quickly set in. I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Well, meteorologist Dana Fulton is here now, keeping an eye on the weekend forecast. Hi, Dana.
Hey, right now we do have sunshine in Madison, but areas northeast of Dane County have seen a few isolated showers pass through very quickly. We also saw a little quick shower right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. As we look ahead to tomorrow, plan on mostly sunny skies for Friday with that slight chance for an isolated shower yet again in the afternoon. And then the focus on Saturday, the potential for some very strong thunderstorms to develop in the late afternoon and evening. The main concern northwest of Dane County towards La Crosse and the Twin Cities, because those storms will be building in during the heat of the day, but we're still going to see strong to severe thunderstorms throughout south central and southeastern Wisconsin late Saturday. This starts to develop in the afternoon, so we'll start the day off dry, cloud coverage building in through the morning with these shower chances building in for us in the late evening. This continues overnight into early Saturday. We'll have the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms lingering Sunday morning, but then things clear out looking ahead to Sunday afternoon. In fact, we'll see some sunshine for Sunday afternoon and evening. A little closer look at the timing here. Overnight, mostly clear. We'll drop down to the low 60s for our overnight lows. Tomorrow afternoon, plan on partly sunny skies with a slight chance for an isolated shower late in the day, similar to what we have today with high temperatures in the upper 80s and heat index readings in the middle to lower 90s. Now, Saturday starts off with sunshine, and then the cloud coverage builds Milton in the afternoon. As we look ahead to closer to 3, 4 o'clock, those shower chances close to La Crosse. This continues to build southeast, and by the evening hours, really 9 to midnight, that main line comes through, bringing in some heavier rainfall and likely some really high winds and hail concerns late Saturday. This clears off southeast, and by Sunday morning, we dry up and we have sunshine coming through Sunday afternoon. Rainfall totals expected to climb up over an inch for most of us. Some areas could easily pick up close to 2 to 3 inches of rain with that heavy rainfall coming through overnight. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday. It's one of those days where you don't have to cancel your outdoor plans during the day, but in the late afternoon and evening, I would really make sure that you have a way to receive weather alerts, whether through your phone or if you rely on a weather radio or having the TV on in the background. I would have multiple ways really to receive weather alerts late Saturday. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 80s. A very warm afternoon with that slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. The better opportunity builds in late Saturday and continues into early Sunday morning. Next week, high temperatures will be in the low 80s with overnight lows in the middle to lower 60s. So we're in a pretty seasonable stretch for the last full week of July. Quick look at traffic. Overall, things have been looking pretty green this evening. The Beltline doesn't have any major delays east or westbound, though downtown Madison, a few red spots, a few brake lights popping up. Overall, downtown Janesville also looking green, and north and southbound on the interstate for Rock County and Dane County should be good to go. From the Beltline to Janesville, sitting close to 24 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, an 18-minute commute currently. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. One of America's most recognizable butterflies is at risk of extinction. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature has added the migratory monarch butterfly to its red list of endangered species. The organization estimates the butterfly's population has declined 99% between the 1980s and last year. Experts say the biggest threats to the species now are habitat destruction and climate change. They say increased temperatures trigger earlier migrations, and drought limits the growth of milkweed, which the monarchs feed exclusively on. Well, still to come tonight at 5, unemployment numbers are on the rise as a major company prepares to eliminate thousands of positions. We'll have the details when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Craig Pollock with Pastorius Farms, and this is my John Deere. Pastorius Farms is a 7th generation corn and soybean operation located in central Illinois. In my opinion, what makes Sloan stand out for me is the service, the support. They're your farming partner, because without them, we can't keep running during our busiest seasons. When things are out of their hands, they've always been able to keep us going. I'm Craig Pollock with Pastorius Farms, and this is why I think Sloan's first.
Menards is the one-stop shop for everything you need. Get a truckload of savings on items you need every day for everyone in your household. We have it all, from big to small and everything in between. Power your electronic devices with Energizer batteries. Energizer is a brand you can rely on with batteries that have a long life. Pick up a 24-pack of Energizer AA or AAA batteries for just $17.78 right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
Outlaw. That's what can happen because of the Supreme Court, and Ron Johnson's with them. The Supreme Court's decision ended abortion services in Wisconsin, and Ron Johnson supported the decision, making it illegal in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. Doctors can be prosecuted, a woman's right to choose criminalized. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson's not for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all. making sure everyone felt welcome. Sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. Greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows choosing appliances for a remodel or new build can be exciting and overwhelming. Our experienced staff has experienced it all as we've guided thousands of area families through appliance selection. Brothers Maine has a larger inventory and low-price deals that consistently beat competitors, including Big Box. You heard me, Big Box can't beat our prices. From sales to install, Brothers Maine does it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
New claims for jobless benefits are at their highest weekly level since late last year. In its latest report, the Labor Department revealed initial applications for unemployment insurance rose to 251,000 this past week. That is the highest weekly unemployment rate since last November. The biggest job losses are happening in tech, real estate, and mortgage lending companies, as well as big box retail sectors. Meanwhile, Ford is cutting thousands of jobs this summer. According to the Wall Street Journal, more than 4,000 white-collar jobs will be eliminated. The move is reportedly fueled by the automaker's efforts to beef up its electric vehicle production. Ford wants to get some 600,000 electric vehicles on the road by the end of next year. This round of cuts is expected to impact salaried employees working on gasoline and diesel-powered cars, including engineers, marketing, and sales jobs. Factory workers are not expected to be impacted for now. We'll get a final check on your forecast with Dana when we come back.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Surgenian's 92-year history means you pay $92 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
An iCare benefit card helps our members access even more. This includes a monthly allowance for OTC items and healthy food purchases. Plus, earn more with healthy rewards. Rest easy. Eye care is looking out for you and your health.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
It's a big day here in Washington. The January 6th committee teases a bombshell hearing in prime time, detailing what President Donald Trump was doing for more than 3 hours while his supporters attacked the Capitol. We've got that and more news tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
And Dana's here with a final check of our forecast. Still nice and sunny out there tonight.
It is sunny in Madison, and it feels like July.
Yeah, it does.
So temperatures in the upper 80s still, and as we look ahead to tomorrow, very similar forecast. Highs will be in the upper 80s. Heat index readings will be in the middle to lower 90s, and yet again, there'll be a slight chance for a late evening shower or thunderstorm, similar to what we had this afternoon. It's been mainly northeast of Dane County. Now, Saturday, an alert day in the forecast, because those showers and thunderstorms developing in the afternoon will be building into a really unstable and hot and humid environment, so we have the potential for some of those storms to really spark up for us later in the day. It's a day that you'll want to stay weather aware. The shower chances linger into early Sunday morning, and then we're back to sunshine Sunday afternoon and evening. Next week, seasonal stretch, low 80s for afternoon highs.
That looks nice. All right, thank you, Dana. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you back here tonight at 6.